And let's go to another comment here. Amos Achisisi says he agrees with you. Vincent, you're right on point. Maybe let's talk about the issue of separatists in Cameroon. We've been having a series of violence, especially in the Anglophone or English-speaking Cameroon. These people are advocating for change. They want to form their own country called Ambazonia. Your thoughts on that?
Yes. I mean, you can really sympathize with this. And we've seen separatist movements in different parts of the world, including South Sudan, which became a nation. What is the issue with the Anglophone Cameroon? Is that over the years they've felt neglected by the government of Paul Biya. There's no development in their area. Schools are run down, and when they look at the jobs, who gets most of the jobs in the government and the civil service, the plum jobs? The people from the French-speaking region. The people of this region, that now some people are calling Ambazonia, initially were just asking for the government to address their issues. You know, requesting, saying, please, come over. We also need roads. We also need development in our area. And the government gave them a deaf ear. Now, when the protest began a few years ago, it is because they got to a level of desperation and needed to express themselves on the streets. But when they came out on the streets, what happened? The government, of course, clamped down on those protests. We know that civilians were shot, killed. The government denies this, but there's a time when the civilians said that the protests were actually, the protesters were confronted by even helicopter gunships where civilians were shot at. Now, as a consequence, this has made the people of the Anglophone Cameroon feel like perhaps the only way to get a fair deal is to separate themselves and have their own nation so they can determine their own future. So unless Cameroon, the French-speaking Cameroon, and President Paul Biya, who is from the French side, was to be willing to treat the people from the Anglophone areas as equal Cameroonians, I see a problem here. I don't think the Anglophone speakers are going to relent, and given that progressively now they're seeing the ruthlessness of the government, we are likely to see a serious conflict in that region.